Big spirited leaders are thermostats and not thermometers. So let me explain. What's a thermometer do? A thermometer tells the temperature, right? A thermostat sets the temperature. Steve and Crystal, they came and they said, you know what? The culture here, whatever, the situation of this church, the past of this church, it might be this, but I'm not gonna settle for that. I'm gonna bring the temperature up. I'm gonna raise the level up. And then they did that, and it was inspiring, so much so that Genesis was like, man, I'm seeing them make a difference. I want to do something. And so when you set an electric, magnetic culture by your big-spirited living, it inspires others to live the same way. So Genesis, she said to me, I don't know if students would come. And I told her, you don't know what you don't know, but I promise you, God will honor your faith. Go into that school, be a thermostat. Don't rise. Don't settle to where they are. Bring them to where you are. Be a thermostat in your school. Be a thermostat where you are. Big spirited leaders are thermostats. So let me go deeper in this. How do you set a temperature? How do you become a temperature setter? Let's say these three things. Three things within point number 2 is this. Number 1, your attitude. You set a temperature with your attitude. My old pastor always used to tell me, fun is not an activity, but it is an attitude. I would say this, having an effective ministry, having an effective campus club, just making a difference and play heavily on your attitude. What attitude are you bringing to your situation? A great leader, a big spirited leader can make anything fun. You know what I mean? I can, if I'm in a good mood, you know what I mean? I can make anything fun. Big spirited leaders can make anything enjoyable. We oftentimes think, well, when I get the lights, the camera, the fog machines, when I have the money or all this stuff, then it will be awesome. Then it will be great. No. It starts with you as the leader saying, I'm going to treat this like it's the best thing there ever once was. My attitude, I'm going to set the temperature high. My attitude of expectation, like God is going to be here. This attitude of this is the best place to be. I'd rather be nowhere else. Your attitude sets the temperature. Number 2, your language sets the temperature. What are you speaking into the situation? What are you saying about your campus club? What are you saying about your church? Do people hear in the way that you communicate that you genuinely believe in what you're doing? If you all the time talk about how your club is lame, or if you all the time talk about how your church is lame, or it's not that fun, or it's not that exciting, no duh, people won't want to be there, right? But no, if I walk into this podcast and I say, hey guys, this is going to be a lame talk. No, right? Like, I'm passionate. I believe that this is going to help somebody. And I believe that God has given me a desire and a dream to help people. And I believe this is going to help somebody. So I'm going to speak life into my situation. I'm going to speak life into this podcast. I'm going to speak life into Youth Alive. I'm going to speak life into our campus clubs and into our 7 projects. What are you speaking over your church, your club? What are you saying? Your language affects the atmosphere, the temperature. Number 3, your authenticity. Listen, my friends, if you're disingenuous, if you're fake, people will sense that. People want to be around real people. People don't want to be around fake people. They want to be around real people. Don't pretend you have it all together just to impress people, because it doesn't work. Let people see that God is working in you as well. Because if people can see that God is working in the leader, they'll say, oh my goodness, she's an actual person. I want to follow her. I want to follow him. And that sets a temperature, an atmosphere of expectation from God when you live your life with authenticity. So how do you set a temperature? How do you set a life-giving temperature and be a thermostat? Number 1, by your attitude. Number 2, by your language. Number 3, by your authenticity.